Today we're going to talk about factoring out the GCF, or the greatest common factor, in polynomials. And first we're going to start with 3 examples of just finding the GCF before we're actually factoring it out. So the GCF is the largest number that can divide evenly the numbers that you're given. So 9 and 36. And if you're not good with your multiplication facts, there is a way to do this on the calculator. And real quick, I'll show you. So if you go to Math, and then over 1 to Number, and then down to, I believe it's number 9. Yes, so that is the GCD, which is the same thing as the GCF. So number 9, and then my 2 numbers are 9, comma, 36. And then close your parentheses, and then, so my GCF is 9. Okay, and then number 2 is 14, 63, and 77. And if you're not sure right away what the GCF is, then you can go ahead and put it in the calculator. But when it's 3 terms like this, it gets a little bit complicated. But let's do this. So number 9. And for anything more than 2 terms, you have to add in a GCD for each extra one. So Math. So now I'll put the first 2 inside. So 14, comma, 63. Close that parenthesis, then put another comma, and then 77. And then close the parenthesis. And so my GCF here is 7. It is kind of time consuming. It's just easier to be able to multiply, but some of you were given a calculator in elementary school when you should not have been. So here we are. Number 3, I have 56x squared, 32xy, and 16x cubed. Now, the GCF is also going to have a variable in it. So GCF of 56, 32, and 16 is 8. But then if you look at the variables, so x squared is x times x, xy is x times y, and x cubed, y squared, is x times x times x times y times y. And then we look at those and see what they all have in common. And here I see there's an x, an x, and an x. I know this has another x, but this one doesn't, so I don't have another x in common. These 2 have y's, but this one does not. So that is not included in the GCF either. So GCF is 8x. And that's it for that part. There are 3 steps to factoring out the GCF. Step 1, find the GCF. Step 2, divide the coefficients. And step 3, subtract the exponents. Of the same variables. Okay, and that will probably make more sense once we do a few examples. I have 5 examples to do, so make sure you get those 3 steps written down. I'm going to scoot this up a little bit. Okay, number 4. 5x squared plus 35x. Okay, so looking at the coefficients, 5 and 35, now your GCF cannot be higher than the smallest number you have. So it could be 5 or below. In this case, I know 5 does go into 35x. So 5 is part of my GCF. And then this has x squared, this has x. So if you think about it this way, they each have 1 in common. So 5x. And then inside the parentheses, it is whatever's left. So it says divide the coefficients. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. And then subtract the exponents. 2 minus, and remember this has a 1 right here, 2 minus 1 is 1, so I do have an x still. Bring down the plus sign. 35 divided by 5 is 7. And this x has a 1, that x has a 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, so there's no x's left over. I'm going to simplify that just a little bit, because we don't really need those 1s. Okay, there's your answer. And this is what we were doing last week. Last week we were doing 5x times x to get 5x squared, 5x times 7 to get 35x. And this is a good way that you can check your answers, especially if you're taking like a quiz or test. I would definitely, if I had time, I would check my answers. Number 5 is 18y squared minus 4y to the 5th. So first I need to find my GCF. The highest number that goes into 18 and 4 is 2. 4 does not evenly go into 18. And then I have y squared, y to the 5th. Take the smaller of those two, so y squared. 18 divided by 2 is 9. And it's the same y, so there's nothing to bring down. Minus sign comes from right here. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then 5 minus 2 is 3, so that's 2y cubed. And there you go. Okay, number 6. 32m to the 8th plus 40m to the 6th minus 24m cubed. So the GCF of 32, 40, and 24, hopefully you pause it and you think about it a little bit, but it is 8. Whoops, I don't need the parentheses yet. Okay, so it's 8, and then look at the m's. I have 8, 6, and 3. Take the smallest one, so m cubed. 32 divided by 8 is 4. 8 minus 3 is 5. 40 divided by 8 is 5. 6 minus 3 is 3. Bring the minus sign. 24 divided by 8 is 3. And the m's are the same, so I don't have anything left over. There's my answer. Okay, hopefully this isn't too bad. We have 2 more. Number 7. 36x squared minus 14x cubed plus 52x to the 6th. Okay, the GCF of 36, 14, and 52. A lot of people want to say 4 on this one, but 4 does not go into 14, but 2 goes into all of them. And they all have x's, so I'm going to take the smallest x, which is x squared. 36 divided by 2 is 18, and it's the same x's, so I can't bring any of those down. Minus 14 divided by 2 is 7. 3 minus 2 is 1, so I have an x. Plus 52 divided by 2 is 26. X to the 6 minus 2 is 4. Okay, one more, and on this one you're going to have 2 different variables. So number 8, 16cd squared plus 48c squared d cubed minus 12cd to the 5th. Okay, GCF of 16, 48, and 12 is something smaller than 12, or it could be 12, but it's not, because 12 doesn't go into 16. It's 4. And they all have C's, so I take the smallest C, which is just C. They all have D's, 2, 3, 5. So D squared would be the smallest. 16 divided by 4 is 4. And the C's are the same, D's are the same, so I can't bring anything else there. 48 divided by 4 is 12. And 2 minus 1 for the C's is C. 3 minus 2 is 1, so there's a D as well. Minus 12 divided by 4 is 3. C's are the same, so those are gone. 5 minus 2 is 3, so that's D cubed. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too bad. That is it for the notes. You can go ahead and do your assignment.